We can handle it, Jim. What's the latest?
We've got incidents cropping up all over the city. Cash, give us a rundown.
All right, let's see. First up, we've lost contact with the fire crew from Station 17. We've got their last known coordinates, but they're not going to survive out there on their own for long. Then there's this. It's a strange one. Body turned up. We didn't have long to look before the evacuation, but the forensics boys seemed freaked out. Real nasty. Also, we've had several sightings of the Riddler creeping around the train yard. Knowing that guy, he's got to be up to no good.
Look, I know you're busy, but anything you can do to help is going to save lives.
Don't worry, Jim. I have someone working a lead on Scarecrow. I'll see what I can do.
Good to hear. I've got a skeleton crew searching Gotham South and West. I'm gonna join him when I'm done here. We're gonna find that son of a bitch.
No, forget Scarecrow. It's time to face your one true nemesis, Batman.
Oh dear, is that who I think it is?
Enigma. Contact me when you're ready with the bridge.
Riddle me this. Why would a Batman visit an abandoned orphanage?
Eddie, sweetie, you confused me with Robin. The big guy and I aren't all that close.
Oh, I know. It's because of what will happen to his feline friend if he doesn't get here in time. Shocked, Dark Knight? Stunned? You didn't expect this, did you? That is because you are no match for me, Edward Nygma, the Riddler, and your intellectual superior. Did you think I would just forget our last meeting, Dark Knight? You humiliated me. I know you will not beat me this time. It is utterly impossible. You cannot do it. I have won already. I will mock your attempts to solve my conundrums. I will stand triumphant over your bloodied corpse. And as the dim light fades for good in your tiny dullard's mind, your final thought will be how I have bested you. Come to the orphanage, detective, or she dies.
Riddle me this, fellas. What do you call the guy who takes down the bat?
You're dead!
Riddler has Catwoman. Tell me why.
I don't know anything, I swear. I tied her up and left her inside.
Why? What's Nygma's play?
I ain't got a clue. I just brought her here and planted some of these trophies nearby. That's it, you gotta believe me.
I do.
Batman? That had better be...
Keep still. Are you okay?
Perfect. What little girl doesn't dream of being bait for her strapping Dark Knight?
We're leaving.
You might be, but I'm not.
Ah, both contestants are finally here. Tonight, folks, we've got riddles galore. But first, let me introduce my beautiful assistants. I'm growing tired of my dependence upon the least useless dregs I can scrape from Gotham's utterly uninspired underbelly. Why rely on others for help when you can design, program, engineer, and manufacture it yourself?
You spoiled me.
What a pair you make. Together, you're just competent enough to survive. Enjoy
Bring it down.
Dark Knight. I have more in store for you than hitting things. doubt you enjoyed that, Detective. It's the most fun you'll have all night. You see, Dark Knight, this feisty felonious feline has been fitted with a shiny new collar. With each challenge you complete, you'll get one little key. Collect every key and the kitty goes free. Remove it too soon and the kitty goes boom! Well, don't just stand there, Dark Knight. Take that rocket-fueled roadster of yours and make your way to the Cauldron Train Yard. My first test is waiting.
I'll come back for you. Stay here.
I'm wearing a bomb, Batman. Of course.
Don't keep me waiting.
A challenge in the Cauldron Train Yard. Fine, Nick. I'll play your games and I'll win. Selena's life depends on it.
Ah, Detective, you arrived! I thought Catwoman's little predicament might encourage your participation. I realized, you see, that the kind of image-obsessed narcissist who places bat symbols on his hubcaps would never willingly submit himself to the kind of humiliation I have in store. Yet, here you are, Detective. The humiliation is waiting below. Well then, Detective, it begins. You are staring, with stupefied incomprehension, at a mechanism I have calibrated to respond to an extremely precise radar pulse. In a moment, I will give you the decrypted code, Dark Knight. Oh, but first, I think we should run through the ground rules for tonight's festivities. Rule the... What? How did you solve tonight's very first riddle? Well done. Welcome to my racetrack, Detective. You must complete 3 circuits of this gauntlet, finishing each before the time limit expires. Come now, Detective. Let's put that grotesque ego-mobile to the test. Be ready, Dark Knight. There's more to this test than just going vroom, really fast. Where did you learn how to drive? Can that ramshackle motor handle this? Faster, Dark Knight, faster! Can those flickering, faltering synapses keep up with my automatically adjusting course?
I'm disabling the afterburner's failsafe. I need the extra speed.
I'm shocked, Dark Knight. Is that really as fast as it goes? Let's work that undeveloped brain of yours. Once more onto the track, Dark Knight. Once more! Now pay attention, Detective. Go left. You're close, Detective. Don't fumble now. Don't fumble now. Relax, Dark Knight. The ordeal is over. Such a pity the laws of physics prohibit me from testing my non-Euclidean designs. Now then, Detective, hop on the pressure pad beside me. Listen carefully, Dark Knight. Your friend's life depends on it. Back in the orphanage, a series of glass cabinets have appeared in front of Catwoman. Isn't that right, my dear?
I see them, Eddie.
Good. One of those cabinets, my dear, has your first...
Okay, Batman. Let's see if you're as smart as they say. One down.
Well done to the pair of you. That's the first key collected. Don't expect to be sinking your claws into too many more. Too many more. Did you really believe that a challenge designed by me, the Riddler, would be quite so easy? Oh, Dark Knight, you sweet, naive sentinel, of course it wouldn't. But now I have several hundred terabytes of performance data relating to the latest model of rocket-powered hearse you're driving. With that in mind, I have prepared for you something a little less knuckle-whitening and rather more brow-furrowing in Chinatown. Hurry on over, detective, or it won't be curiosity that kills the cat. Well, Dark Knight, eager for more? It's humbling, isn't it? The opportunity to even glimpse my greatness, the dawning realization of just how insignificant, how unworthy of note you really are? These trials are my masterpieces, detective. When I have defeated you, they will become monuments to my genius, testaments to your stupidity. Crowds of school children will pack themselves in this elevator, eager to see for themselves the place where the Dark Knight was defeated. They won't understand a thing, of course, but they'll come. Elegantly simple that even you should manage a feeble grasp of the premise. You must provide power to this board, detective. This isn't just a test of intelligence, Dark Knight. It's a test of skill. Congratulations, Dark Knight. You've earned the right to play the next part of the puzzle. Head over to the board.
Oh, joy. My head explode, game.
Ready to die, my dear?
You better be right, Batman. Head still attached? Great. Collar still attached? Not so great.
Congratulations! You've achieved the very minor victory of not being as stupid as you look. Not stupid as you look. Now, Catwoman, celebrate your survival by telling Batman all about the exciting orphanage development. Celebrate orphanage development.
No, you do it.
Now, Kitty. Kitty.
Why, Batman, there's a big, mysterious green door.
Yes, there is. Come back to the orphanage, Batman, and I'll let the pair of you through it. done, Dark Knight. You should, I hope, be beginning to comprehend the breadth of the tasks ahead of you, the sheer scale of the gauntlet I have thrown down. Or perhaps not. Perhaps you're feeling cocky. Perhaps these early victories have filled you with false hope. Well then, ride that wave of smug satisfaction all the way back to the orphanage. I'm waiting.
Orphanage. There's a friggin' army out there, and they ain't kill.
Welcome back to the Riddletorium. Do not fear. Your friend has not been harmed. Before I allow you to see her, however, riddle me this. Riddle me this. What kind of question can only be asked upon reflection? Good luck. Good luck. Well, it seems you have earned the right to see your friend. Why, she'll be as surprised as I am that you've made it this far.
Oh, good. You're back. Eddie wouldn't show me whatever deranged parlor game he's got waiting behind that door until you arrived.
I'll get you out of here.
I'm sorry, do I seem testy? It's probably something to do with the gorgeous necklace Eddie picked out for me. Have you seen it? It explodes.
Well, there we go. It's settled. You're not quite as dumb as each other. Congratulations, Batman. Catwoman, you're lagging behind. Oh, Dark Knight. I can barely describe to you what a pleasure it is to see your brow furrow over the simplest of conundrums. I do apologize for not creating a riddle that you can merely pound into submission. Here, why don't you take out your primitive frustrations on my automated assistant? My programming animates these beautiful creations, Dark Knight. My engineering gave them shape. Not one of your absurd bat contraptions is so brilliant. Well then, it seems you've earned another key.
This is going to take all night, isn't it? Well, that was fun. At least I got to hit something.
How are you holding up?
I wouldn't celebrate just yet, you two. Dark Knight, my next challenge can be found beneath Elliott Memorial Hospital. Conveniently located for when you pass out due to mental exhaustion. Mental exhaustion. The preliminaries are done with, Dark Knight. I hope you understand that. Oh, had I so wished, you'd have failed before you had even begun to comprehend the very first hurdle. But no, no, no. I wanted you to know the full extent of my brilliance, you understand? To fully appreciate my superiority. But now, well, I'm not going easy on you anymore. Another racetrack detective, but please, do not let its unique peculiarities crush your spirit. Well, shall we begin? No, Dark Knight, you are not losing what little grip you had on reality. You've merely entered a brave new world of my design. I control these. That ceiling applies 300 dead bats of pressure, Detective. I invented the measurement myself. I built this course in a sewer, Detective. You needed the home team advantage. Down upon you, Dark Knight. You may wish to avoid it. Very good, Dark Knight. Again! Careful now, Batman. You didn't go to all the trouble of painting that thing just the right shade of black in order to scuff it. Is it a car? Is it a tank? Who cares? Soon it'll be scrap. That's it. I'm cranking it up. 500 dead bats of pressure. You know, I think the wheels on that thing might actually be as thick as your skull. Feeling claustrophobic, Detective? Get ready for the final lap. You'll be crushed, flattened, pulverized. Any second now. It's time. 1,000 dead bats of pressure. Enough! Another lap would be the end of you, Dark Knight.
Oh, good. The fun part. And here we go.
Your next key awaits. Congratulations, Catwoman. You proved yourself able to follow simple directions. I must say, Dark Knight, that your desperate fumblings have exceeded my admittedly rather meager expectations. I am impressed. This must be how naturalists felt upon observing chimpanzees using tools for the first time. Did you know, Detective, that the cleverest chimps can even obey simple instructions? It's true. Let's try it, shall we? Go to Gotham Casino for your next test, and I'll give you a banana. Oh, Detective, I can't tell you how pleased I am that you're playing along with my little game. You literally cannot imagine what it's like to be so intellectually removed from the rest of the human race. I couldn't honestly say you offer me a battle of wits, Dark Knight, but your feeble resistance makes a pleasant change from the instant capitulation of everyone else. Oh dear, Dark Knight. What a pity you couldn't bring the Batwing to this one. nearly as capable as the digit-flapping mammal you pointlessly pretend to be. The next key awaits you.
I can't leave until I've helped Selina choose her key.
More cabinets. Great. I love this.
Can you trust him, Catwoman? Can you trust?
Okay. Time to possibly maybe die. Well, this is not how I wanted to spend my night.
Another key collected. I trust you're not giving her false hope, Detective.
Oh, good. More fun.
Well, Dark Knight Detective, you have passed another test. I cannot help but admire the spirit with which you have thrown yourself into a task for which you are woefully under-equipped. I almost feel guilty when I contemplate what's coming, but not so guilty that I'm going to call it off. Head back to the orphanage, Detective. Another of my riddle rooms is waiting.
How are you doing?
Can't fault the entertainment. Eddie just lectured me on the 13 innovations that let him pack this collar with his custom-designed plastic explosive.
You must be honored.
At being what? Your motivation? Come on, the next puzzle room's waiting.
Challenge is simple. Guide an electric charge to its destination. I hope the varying amounts of pressure don't get to you.
Another one? What's Eddie's problem?
Fanatic narcissism, egocentrism, and megalomania, crossed with severe obsessive compulsion.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Move over, would you?
The counterweights move further when I step on the pads.
You are getting older. Maybe it's time to add a few extra notches to the utility belt.
Congratulations to the dementedly dressed duo. Your key awaits. Oh, but what's this? An electrified floor?
You do it. You still owe me for Arkham City.
Goodness, you figured it out already. Well, meet the second generation of my android allies. I've built a variant specifically tailored to each of your dubious abilities. There's more where that came from, Batman. I built a highly efficient production line. You know what, Detective? I'm glad you solved this riddle. because it takes you one step closer to the riddle that kills you.
Riddle that kills you.
Eddie really hates you, doesn't he?
He's an ego-driven narcissist who can't let anyone else win.
Gee, if only you'd met under different circumstances.
His obsession's getting worse. He's going after my allies.
Ally? After this, I think we should dial it back to known associate for a while.
This was nothing, Dark Knight, nothing. A new trial awaits you, Detective, by Divinity Church, and I'm waiting too. The unexamined life is not worth living, Detective, and I've been wondering why I let you aggravate me so. You're a cheat and a liar. A dressed-up strongman playing with expensive toys. World's greatest detective, ha! And everyone from Gotham to Star City believes it. I cannot abide a fraud, Detective. A dilettante masquerading amongst his intellectual betters, stealing every last scrap of appreciation, dignity, and respect. Welcome, Detective, to the drain I'm going to figuratively and quite possibly literally flood you down. The goal of this aquatic examination could not be simpler, Detective. Lower the water like so. Before that, however, it's time for a riddle. Riddle me this, Detective. What do bats do when they're at home? Well done, Detective. I think you're getting the hang of it. That's one, Batman. The water might be lower, but you're still out of your depth. You know, Detective, if I'd rigged that grapple point to detach, you could be dead in a moment. But where would the satisfaction be in that? You will be your own downfall, Detective. I have no doubt. Another switch? Why, the water is almost as low as Catwoman's chances of freedom. Why don't you celebrate with my friends? You know what? I wanted you to destroy the robot. I did. It's all part of my immaculately constructed master plan. So there! Think I haven't been tempted by a cheap trick and a quick death, Detective. But no, I will beat you fairly. I will let you test yourself against me and laugh as you fall short. You're barely keeping up to the precise degree my equations predict. Careful on your way out.
Hey, Eddie. Can't game. This one's getting old.
Oh, this is too tick.
Here's hoping Eddie hasn't started cheating. And they say black cats are bad luck.
Another key, well done. Of course, you'll lose all 9 lives in an instant should I push this detonator.
Another door unlocked. What a surprise.
I have always been the smartest man in the room, Detective, forced to endure the suspicions and mockery of those whose meager mental faculties prohibited them from appreciating that fact. And then you appear in Gotham, dressing up your cognitive capabilities marginally superior as they are to that of the average hoodlum, in the guise of a crusading hero. And oh, how the people swooned. To the orphanage, hero! It's time to rejoin Catwoman for another trial.
You're back.
I said I'd get you out of here.
I know. It's just... nothing. Let's get to the next room, okay? Before my head explodes.
Well, hello again to my favorite comedy double act. I'd just like to say what a novelty it's been constructing riddle chambers for 2 half-wits instead of 1. Why, that's practically a whole wit between you. Dark Knight, when you failed your feline friend and are done mourning over her headless corpse, perhaps we'll do this again with, Robin? Or maybe that prodigal son of yours over in Bloodhaven.
Can you get up there?
The ceiling? Easy.
Riddle me this. Can a maze still amaze if it doesn't have walls?
You know, I had to disable a security system like this when I robbed Queen Industry. Never mind.
Halfway there. Now for a final twist. Did that hurt, Catwoman? Good. That pain is what stupidity feels like.
Oh, Eddie, you're going to feel very, very stupid when I catch up with you. Nearly there, Selina.
Gun on this side.
For you, I mean, Detective.
Okay, gun over here.
Congratulations. And now your reward. Robots.
Why, thank you.
Fine. The key. Take the key. I suppose you just about earned it.
Seriously, Eddie, how much longer is this going to take?
Well, how clever the pair of you must feel. How smug. Well, I hate to intrude upon this miserable little moment of victory, but I wanted you to be aware you're very unlikely to see one another again. Catwoman, the Batman will fail you, because waiting for him beneath Ronalop Ferry Terminal is my greatest trial.
Batman, are we?
Don't let what Riddler said get to you.
Eddie is an idiot, but he's an idiot who built a series of underground death traps across the city.
And?
And I just wanted to say, be safe. This is definitely your mess, and I appreciate you cleaning it up. But just be careful while you do it, okay?
This is it, Dark Knight. We're done. Well, you're done for, at least. I must admit that I'm feeling quite charitable at the moment of my triumph, so I will give you a choice. Rather than carry on towards your humiliation and death, I will simply let you drive away in return for a signed statement testifying towards my superior intelligence and conceding that I have utterly checkmated you. Oh, the cat will remain a hostage, of course, a symbol of your failure. My, you're actually going to attempt it. Very well. But this is my finest work, detective. My masterpiece, my Enigma Resistance. So, let us take that inexplicably life-sized children's toy for its final drive. This is it, Dark Knight. Your Tudoberg, your Bay of Pigs, your ultimate defeat. That's it, detective. Drive faster, drive headlong into defeat. Behold your doom! What? Impossible! That cannot be! You should have fallen to your death. I calculated the curvature precisely. I've got the equations right here! I don't understand. How are you still alive? Oh, of course. You got lucky, didn't you? It was luck. Luck! The kindly lifeguard of the idiot. I can hardly factor luck into my equations now, can I? I'm not a homeopath. No! This isn't right. This isn't possible. This isn't happening. I am the Riddler, and you shall not defeat me! Since you cannot even be counted on to kill yourself, I will do it for you. I'm controlling the mechanisms now. Controlling mechanisms. You'll make a mistake. Of course you will. I know you will. Goodbye. Stop not dying! set them after all.
And here we go. Oh, that's it. No more.
Congratulations, Catwoman. You are now free. Free to take my final exam. To take my final exam.
Eddie, I didn't know you'd started cheating. I'm disappointed.
I dissemble. I artfully obfuscate. But I do not cheat. As you and Batman will discover when you attempt my final riddle room. Riddle room. Do you have a photographic memory, Detective? Because I do. I can summon your sneering features at will. That is when they don't burst unbidden into my brain. I have perfect recall, too. I can remember every time you've hurt me. Sometimes I wake up, Dark Knight, to the feel of your hands around my neck, your carbon fiber-coated fists smashing into my solar plexus. How dare you brutalize me? Me! Your intellectual superior. Your better. Me, Edward Nygma, the Riddler, and the world's greatest everything. You're a thug, Detective, a bullying emblem of the arrogant notion that might makes right. Come back to the orphanage, where I will end you and the unjust things you stand for.
How have you been?
Perfect. Eddie hasn't said a word since you left that last course. Do you ever rub people the right way?
They never ask nicely.
This is it. One last hoop to jump through. Then I'm free to rob Gotham blind. I mean, you know, make sure everyone got out. I'll check the art galleries first.
Meet the Riddle Square, a puzzle which draws influence from both late 20th century puzzle cubes and mid 15th century torture devices.
If Eddie wanted us to play a game of life-size chess, he could have left us more pieces.
I don't think that was the idea. We need to stop some of the cubes from moving when I fire the charge.
I'm guessing that'd be my job.
Congratulations! Now let's cut to the best part.
Selina, watch out! Get ready!
Damn him! How is that a riddle, Eddie? Seriously.
You get used to it.
Ah! Beginner's luck. Let's intensify proceedings. You will not win this!
Still not a riddle, Eddie.
You just haven't figured it out yet.
This is it. This is the end. The final riddle.
It's done. Keys by the entrance. Let's go.
You smooth talker, you. Give me a second to compose myself. Would you do the honors? You know what the worst thing about this was? It looked cheap. Well, handsome, what are we waiting for? So is it just Central Gotham that's evacuated? Or are the mansions empty too?
Scarecrow threatened the entire city, Selina.
And it's such a tragedy. You go save the day, and I'll make sure Bruce Wayne locked his doors.
Good luck with that.
Cheater! You fraud! Chancing, fumbling amateur! Look what you have reduced me to, Batman! If you cannot simply bow down, run in with your obvious superior, then I will stoop to your pathetic vigilante level and make you! I designed this suit to perfectly defend myself against your violent excesses, so please understand, Dark Knight. This is an intellectual victory above all. Which color do you prefer? Keeping up.
Now!
This is the end! My apotheosis!
Here you go.
Well, color me triumphant. I'll... This is beneath me. You are beneath me. You want to finish this, detective? Then you must earn the privilege. Solve every last riddle in this city and I'll fight you, Batman, but not a moment before.
Or we could just leave you down there, Eddie. Come on, Batman. This cat wants to prowl. Fresh air, freedom, and darkness. Perfect. How shall we celebrate? I know a couple of poor, defenseless museums. But then again, I also know a couple of hotels.
Tonight's not over yet. There's more work to be done.
Of course there is. You do know how to kill the mood. Do you ever take the night off? Do you ever take the suit off?
Not on nights like this, Selina. It's what I do.
Fine. I guess I'll hit an art gallery or two, while the big bad bat's distracted.
You're not going to thank me?
Why? It's what you do.
Just me and you, Nigma. Time to finish this.
Well, Dark Knight, it seems you have earned the right to die at my mechanical hands. But let us be clear, we do not meet as equals. In fact, you literally have not a hope of victory. How I wish I could say that I have found this one-sided rivalry of ours intellectually stimulating, but in truth, I grew bored of you long ago. Killing you here will finally liberate me to engage in more edifying pursuits. Goodbye, detective. You will be neither missed nor remembered. Riddle me this! Mechanical, homicidal, and red all over. Too hard for you? So many riddles! There's no way you solve them all! You failed, detective! You are bested! You are conquered, and you are mine! This is the end! My apotheosis!
Sorry, Eddie, but it looks like you're cheating to me.
No! What are you doing here? This is not your fight, cat!
Eddie, sweetie, you invited me, remember? And then you tied me to your chair.
You didn't have to come.
And you act like I'm ungrateful. All yours.
My robots are indestructible! No, my plan! My plan! Hi, diddle, diddle, enter diddle. Let's fix things up. Nope, try again. You shall be ashes!
Try and keep up.
Which color do you prefer? Keeping up?
I guess.
Prepare for disintegration! Who's the bully now? this. You cannot defeat me! It was perfect! My perfect victory! Kill them, Riddler bots! Tear them apart!
Come on!
Can you keep up? Batman!
Let's not waste any time here.
I'll atomize you! Arise, my pretties!
Thanks, Selina, for the daring last-minute rescue. It was very heroic.
It was under control.
Sure it was. Now be a good damsel and bestow a kiss on your gallant hero.
Play nice.
You're not playing at all.
No, I'm not. Not anymore.
And what's that supposed to mean?
It means this is the end, Selina. It means we can't. I can't.
I will see you again, right?
No one will. Gotham needs something more, something worse to defend her. She needs a new myth. A legend more powerful than I can be right now. A legend that can only rise from the ashes of the Batman.
Some things you can't do alone, Bruce.
And some things you have to.
Call if you need me.
I won't.
I know. I just wanted to say it.
Where am I? What's happening to me?
You're a smart man, Edward. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
No. You cheated. Catwoman cheated. She stole my victory from me.
A fight I couldn't win? That doesn't even fit your definition of playing fair.
It was fair! If you weren't able to bypass the robot's multi-layer encryption, decipher their unique operating system, and reprogram them mid-battle, that doesn't mean you get to call in assistance.
You need help, Enigma.
I never need help with anything!
Out you go, Enigma.
Ha! I could have brought me here twice as quickly.
Well, riddle me this. Was Green proud and ass kicked all over?
How exceedingly droll. I won't be needing a lawyer, you jumped-up security guard. I will represent myself. You forget, you bothersome bat. Every time you overcome my puzzles, I learn that little bit more about you. Soon enough, there will be a riddle that leaves you dead.
Those are a cruel waste of time.
Alfred, the city's safe.
Excellent work, sir.
How nice
Gotham's
to
villainous
see you,
contingent
Dent.
has been brought to
Still
task yet
relying on
again.
that coin
You
to
should be
make
immensely
decisions
proud of
rather
your
than
achievements.
faultless logic
The
and
city is
cognitive
forever
prowess?
in your debt.
It's time for nightfall.
Everything is in place, sir. The Batwing is on its way to the GCPD rendezvous point.